experience do you think you'd have with the Iraq War? Like, what experience do you have with war that you think you could contribute to the war in Iraq?
I appreciate the question. You know, obviously, during the 8 years of Bill's presidency, I had a front row on history, a front row seat on history, to see the difficult decisions that any president who is our commander-in-chief has to make. And as you may recall, you know, the president then, President Clinton, had to make decisions about dealing with, you know, ethnic conflict, had to deal with terrorism. And I learned both what works and what doesn't work. And I saw that, but I came away with the understanding that the president has to be very thoughtful and has to think about consequences. You know, has to use, you know, good judgment to say, well, what might happen next? And how does that lead to what may happen after that? Because you can't just do something and not think about the consequences. And you know, one of the problems, I've spoken about this a lot, one of the problems with our current president is that with respect to going into Iraq, he did it in a very reckless, preemptive way. And that wasn't the smart way to go about the problem. Of course, I've now served on the Armed Services Committee, so I have met with and visited so many of our troops around the world as well as here at home. I have been to Iraq and Afghanistan 3 times. I have been on the ground. I've been to Fallujah. I've been to Kirkuk. I've been out in the field looking at our troops trying to track down bin Laden, who, by the way, is still a direct threat to America. And, you know, we took our eye off bin Laden in order for the president to pursue his, you know, interest in Iraq. And that was, in my view, a mistake. But nevertheless, I think that I come both with the experience of being right there in the White House and from my own experience on the Armed Services Committee and my own evaluation of what we need to do to make America safe. I just want to underscore a point. Some people may be running who will, you know, tell you that we don't face a real threat from terrorism. I'm not one of those. I think we do. I think we have serious enemies who wish to do us serious harm. I object to the way we have gone after them. I believe that we need to have a much broader worldwide effort to isolate, deter, and defeat the terrorists than what this president has led, and that's what I will do. So many hands. We've got some hands over here. Yes, sir.